guys, you're here with me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch, and we are talking about Conjure, a practice of magic that involves the Bible, and if it doesn't involve the Bible, it's not called Conjure. So I think it's an interesting one that's been calling to me for a while, especially because it uses a lot of bones. I'm wearing some black cat bone earrings. They're rib bones. Okay, and let's just delve in. If you haven't seen my other videos on Conjure, just watch them in the order that I put them out. I'm kind of going through this book, and it's amazing so far. The book is Old Style Conjure, Hoodoo, Rootwork, and Folk Magic by Star Cassis. And it's just like, I cannot put it down. So, it's my favorite book that I've come upon in a while. And I'm doing video after video because I need to do videos today. It's my day off, so I gotta share it with you. Alright, we'll get into it. Offerings. An offering can be as simple or as elaborate as you want it to be. An offering can be a stone you find somewhere and felt drawn to bring home, or maybe a little bird's nest that had fallen out of a tree, or just a simple glass of cool water. It doesn't really matter what is given, but let's be honest with ourselves for a minute. No one works for free. We all expect something for our labor, and spirit is no different. You wouldn't do a job that you never got paid for, so why in the world should we expect spirit to work without pay? And let me just say this too. The ancestors, or the spirit that we're asking to work with, were slaves. So the offerings that you give need to be double appreciative because they did work for no money and no pay and were abused in the process in the past. So these offerings to these ancestors, the ancestors of Conjure are the slaves who invented the application of hiding it within the Bible. Because when they came from Africa to North America, they couldn't hide the religion, or they couldn't practice. They were forced to celebrate the Bible and Jesus. So they had to hide their craft and their magic inside of the Bible workings. Okay, that's why Conjure can't be practiced without the Bible. Okay, so that's why it's important, so important to me. I think we give very special offerings as payment because of where they were coming from. Spirit will work for you even if you don't leave out an offering, but will work much harder for you when you show your appreciation for their help. By leaving them an offering, not only are you paying them, you are also showing them an honor, respect, and a love. Spirit loves us enough to come out when we call for help. Shouldn't we in turn love them enough to honor them with a gift? When you go to your job, you work hard because at the end of the week, you know you will get your paycheck. Then why would we think that a spirit doesn't want to just be paid at the end of the job? I always promise my spirits an offering when the job is done. Like us, they want their pay. Therefore, they work harder to reach the goal. In my younger years, I would pay spirit when the job was done, but somewhere over the years, I began to feel like I was bartering with them. I felt like I was saying, I don't trust you enough to do the job for me, so I'm holding your offering until you follow through with the work. That was my intuition too. I'm going to do my offerings before, and I always do. So I'm holding your offering until you follow through with the work. Over time, it really became an issue within my own spirit. I began to feel like I was disrespecting my ancestors and the spirit that walk with me. So I changed the way that I had always done it, and I had been taught to give offerings. So now, give them their offerings when I petition for their help. It has been my experience that this way of doing the offerings has made a big difference. Of course it does. It's the total mindset. They've been paid. They receive payment. Now they're excited to do the work. It's not like, I wonder what I'm going to get. Like, yeah. I don't know. That was my intuitive thought. But it has been my experience that makes a big difference. You can offer anything you want. They will accept it graciously because you gave it as a gift with love and appreciation. You can't go wrong. Offerings can be anything you want to give them. I have spirits that are very personal to me, and I always give them things I feel that they want. I have clairaudience with a couple of my different pieces that I have, and I can atone for that because, like, you just know what certain things like, even if it's a doll, even if it's a piece of taxidermy, even if it's a spirit, you know. Yeah. I give Momi, the Queens of the Waters, an expensive perfume because I felt drawn to do so. She loves good smells. I gave it to her with love, not asking for anything, and she gave me a gift I never thought possible. The point is that no matter how much the offering cost or doesn't cost, as long as it's given with love and honor, you can't go wrong. And when you collect an offering from nature and it takes a lot of time, or you draw out an art piece and it takes a lot of time and you make that for an offering, whew, those spirits get so, they feel like it's special, and it is. And they know how much time it took. They know. Okay. The point is, no matter how much the offering cost or doesn't cost, you can't go wrong. I have given rocks that I have found in different places, dollies, bottles, coins, and statues. It's just really all depends on you and what you are drawn to give. I will say this, if you are petitioning for something big and you can't give a good offering, if you are petitioning for something big and you can't give a good offering, then do the best to do so. Like, for instance, you need a big job done, you want to give a big offering, but you just have your normal small offering. Then do the best just to make it big. Go out and forage in nature. Spend more time if you can. Something like that. Anything can be given as an offering at the start of the job. I do want to touch on the important tidbit. Nice, I love that word. Spirit has their own time frame of working. Your time doesn't always their time. Don't give up. Just keep on pushing until your petition is answered. To call spirit, you need to tap 3 times on your altar and call the spirit's name on each tap. So, spirit, 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 or ancestors, ancestors, ancestors. Hold the offering up high, speak in a clear, firm voice, and say something like, I give you this offering with a kind, loving heart. You give me the offering with love, honor, appreciation, and respect. Make sure to thank the Spirit for all the help they have given you, even if you haven't gotten what you're petitioning for yet. Did you hear what I said? Thank the Spirit for giving it to you, even though you haven't even received it. Bastet, thank you for giving me this beautiful gift. Ancestors, thank you for giving me this beautiful gift of blank. I love it and I respect you so much. You know, speak like it's already happened. That's what it's calling for here. Okay. You are claiming the petition as a success and in turn telling Spirit that it's a done deal. Talk to them for a little while. This is a way to build a bond with them. A bond with them. The more you get to know them for help, the easier it will become to reach each time. Eventually, all you will have to do is call on them, and they will come. Leave the offering on your altar for a few days, no longer than a week, and then dispose of it. You need to make sure you keep a clean glass of water on your altar for them at all times. Good to know. Once a week, light a small tea light to honor them, to show that you care about them even when they are not helping you. If you do these small things, you will have success in all your works. They will be happy to come to you. And the last little bit on the offerings. Anything you feel drawn to can be offered. Flowers, whiskey, cigars, stones, money, prayers, whatever you can offer. I would put money on the permanent offering, you guys. Again, because of the payment thing. Like, a lot of slaves never, ever, ever touched money. Never, ever got to purchase their own food. Never got to do a lot of things. And so, I think giving them money just to have would be a really great idea. If I pay with whiskey, I leave it there until it is gone, until it is evaporated. So a shot glass of whiskey, pour it in there, and until it's evaporated. Spirits then drunk it. Unless I feel I need to do something else with them, I always leave my stones or money I may have offered on the altar permanently. They belong to Spirit. If the money I have left of an offering builds up, I usually give it to someone who needs it. Interesting. I have given up to $300 away out of my money can to someone who needed it. Below is a photo of one of my money cans. I always have been blessed in return. The one thing you cannot do is become greedy. If you do so, then you will find yourself spending more and saving less. Try these little tips next time you need some assistance, and I think you will see a big difference in the outcome of your work. I have had folks tell me, that they push forth their personal power into their work. Well, in the end, no matter how much your personal power you push into your work, you will never be as powerful as Spirit. Sometimes we humans can get too full of ourselves and make things harder than they should be. We feel a little power and get our egos, then they get the best of us. This work has no place for overinflamed egos. Spirit has a way of letting the air out of those egos if we go too far. In some things, the easy way out is not always the best way, but when you let Spirit do the work for you, it is the road of least resistance. So then, why not work and bond with them? It will make everything go with greater speed, and success is assured. Don't overthink this work. Every detail does not have to be perfect. Conjure uses what we have on hand and in our homes. That's a really awesome aspect too, you know. Homes, what we have in our homes, yards, and woods around us. Just have faith that your work will be a success, and it will be. And that's like, you can't say that enough about having faith that it just will be. And the next thing we're going to read in the next video is on divination. And you guys, I am so flipping excited to start talking to you about the different types of divination, reading bones, but there is a lot to it, the divination chapter. It also talks how to read cards, read a trinity, so there's some Conjure playing card readings. And then after that, the spirits of Conjure and more. So, come back and we'll be talking more about Conjure and divination and how to read bones and such. Have a beautiful day, you guys.